All right, y'all. So I'm gonna do this video here. We're gonna talk about not caring about what other people think. How to not care about people's opinions of you. Right? That's what this video is gonna be about. And here is my opinion. This is my opinion of why you shouldn't care about what nobody think about you. Right? Here's my opinion. Number one reason. Listen, this is Kev. This is the most important thing. This is the number one reason, in my opinion. This is the number one reason why you shouldn't care. Because everybody, the same people who are criticizing you, labeling you, speaking ill of you, right? Berating, degrading, whatever, they all, without exception, are flawed. They all, without exception, are wacky. They all, without exception, are dysfunctional. At some area, there's dysfunction in every single human being. At some area, there's some wackiness in every single human being. This has been one of the greatest discoveries that I've made, that no matter who's in front of me, no matter who's behind me, to the left, the right, no matter who's up, above, below, it doesn't matter who it is. If you're a human being, I will always know that somewhere in your psyche there is dysfunction. Somewhere in your somewhere behind your mask and your facade, there is some wackiness, some cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Everybody is sick in some way, shape, or form. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who you are. Every single human being got some brokenness in them, right? So that's the number one reason that I found not to give two craps about people's opinion of me. But here's what I do. Here's how you balance that out. As long as you know your opinion of yourself is self-evident, validation. As long as you validate yourself, as long as your opinion of yourself is held in its proper esteem, as long as the opinion of yourself is credit worthy, it's quality, right? You have a positive self-image of yourself. As long as you have a proper self-esteem, hence the word self, you have a proper self-identity, you have a proper positive self-psychological image of yourself. That's all that matters. It don't matter what nobody else got to say about you. Look, you're looking at some of y'all watching this video. I've been talked about every which way under the sun. I've been called everything under the sun from I was young till now. I mean, people have just been always going in on me, talking. And as when you're younger, it bothers you. But as you get older, you start to learn, and like I said, you discover that the same people who try to chew you out, they kids are in worse positions than you. You understand what I'm saying? They might look like they have it all together, but they have a son or a daughter who's on drugs, or they have a daughter who's a prostitute, or they have a son who's constantly in jail, or they have a kid who dropped out of school, or they have a daughter who got mad baby fathers. Like, it doesn't, like, there's always, they got a drunken uncle. They themselves are wrestling with some, sick, perverted psychological thoughts. Maybe they into some kind of freaky fetish. It's so much stuff out here that people, the vices. There's so many vices that people grapple with, right? There's people who sit at bars and they can't put the suds down, right? They just throw the suds back all day, every day, right? They drink their life sorrows away, right? There's so many things. Those who you see are look, I work on Wall Street, been on Wall Street 14, 15 years now, and I'm telling you, I've seen some of the most prestigious looking, well-groomed men, and I've got to see the other side, the dark side of their lives behind the scenes, and believe you me, it's nothing pretty. It's horrible. But if you see them and don't know their background or what goes on behind the scenes, you'd godify them. Some of you out there would put these people on pedestals and praise them and lord after them and glorify them. But I've been given privileges to see certain things, and so my thing is like, let nobody opinion of you define you. Let no one's opinion of who you are define you, because at the end of the day, we all have to come to the realization of it's not what people say about you, it's what God says about you. It's what God knows about you. It's who you are in the identity of Christ. It's Christ's identity. God identifies you. It doesn't matter how man identifies and labels you. It's how God identifies and how God labels you. And God says you are his child, his son, his daughter of Zion, his son, his child of the children of Israel. You are a royal priesthood, right? You are the offspring of divine consciousness, right? When you come to the realization of your God essence, your God's presence, your God presence, your God essence, and your Christ consciousness, when you come into this level of thinking, right? Correct thinking, and out of the erroneous thinking of what people's opinions of you are, oh, it's liberating. Oh, you walk with your head held high, you pound your chest. Look, I could have $1 in my pocket and I'm a cocky son of a gun. You understand what I'm saying? I'm the cocky son of a king, not a son of a gun. Excuse me, I'm not a son of a gun. I'm a son of a king, a son of a divine God. I could have $2 in my pocket and I still walk around my chest out, head up high, shoulders back. I could have look, if I have $1 million in my pocket, if I have $2 million in my bank account, my self-value, my self-identity, my self-worth will not fluctuate whether it's 2 million or $2. The value, my self-identity, who I identify myself as in Christ, will not move with the vicissitudes. I like that word, vicissitudes of any kind of financial fluctuation. Ooh, that sounds good right there. My Christ identity, who I am, who I identify, my true self identity, my divine nature will not be predicated, it will not be based, it will not fluctuate based off any monetary financial fluctuations. Till next time, self-love is the best love. Self-care is the best care. Peace.